So today I'm in Lincoln with
Elle.
Elle. What's your view on the world, or what's the topic you'd like to speak
I
about?
mean, I've seen the world go through many phases. Do you want me to take the microphone or are you
It's
going
up
to
to
hold it?
you. I
I'll
can
let you
hold
hold
it.
it.
Yeah.
I've seen the world go through a lot in my life, and I've only been alive for 18 years, so not even even in that time, it's changed a lot from how it was when I was younger. Like when I was I think as far back as I can remember, was like 7 years old. So,
Right. Yeah.
but I think the biggest change that I've seen is attitudes towards minorities have changed a lot in life, and a lot of things have changed, especially in the UK. So right now, I feel like the world is kind of at this point where it's two sides really of people. There's people who support most things, and then people who support nothing, and it's very divided, which gets complicated sometimes.
Yeah. And but I guess what do you think is causing the divide, or would you say
Probably mostly politics.
politics?
It's
Yeah.
a lot of people who are in politics that I very much don't agree with, and then a lot of people in politics I quite strongly agree with, and it's like this parallel. There's no real mid ground really anymore.
Yeah.
It's just one side and then the other side
Yeah.
now.
I think so. And would you say, I guess, how do you think there could be a conversation, or how do you think that middle ground could come around, or is it?
I think if people were more willing to reconcile their differences with people
Yeah.
and talk to people that they may not fully agree with and they may not fully understand even, but be willing to have conversations and come to agreements about things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would make a lot of the indifferences and all of the constant nitpicking and fighting would subside a little bit if that happened. If people were more willing to have conversations with people that were different to them.
So I guess in your experience, because you're saying things were changing, so do you think that people were having these conversations before, or there just wasn't as many issues
I
before?
think for a while, that a lot more of the population were having the conversations that a lot of people now wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Like people would be less inclined to judge someone straight away, and I think the internet has caused some of that as well, because on the internet you can be completely anonymous and you can just you can say things and not think it will come back to bite you in a couple of months. But also at the same time, the internet, everything lives forever. Nothing on the internet really goes. There'll be an archive of it somewhere. So people get this sense of overconfidence. They'll think, I'm never gonna get in trouble for what I say. I'm never gonna get any recompense or anything. Nothing's gonna come back for me from what I say online. But what they feel like that sense of security is there, but it really isn't, because they're just making a footprint of all the things they end up saying that people can just use against them in the future. That you say one really bad thing online, which again it's not good to do that kind of thing. Don't say anything horrible online.
Yeah.
But you say one bad thing online and that could lead to you never being able to get a job, or never being able to go into education or continue learning, because you said something online thinking that you wouldn't be traced for it, and then they end up finding it.
Yeah. And do you think that's bad overall, or do you think?
I mean, I think it's I think people being able to be held accountable for what they say online is a very good thing, but I think the thing is, realistically, people just shouldn't be saying that stuff at all.
At all? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess with that, do you think I guess it's kind of skewing away from the expression. Do you think the responsibility of like to hold people accountable is on the owners of the social media, or more like from a policy level?
I think that the owners of the social media should hold people accountable more.
Right.
I think there is a lot of places on social media where things are said that really shouldn't be being said, and things are done that really shouldn't be done, and those are going unpunished massively on social platforms like Twitter and TikTok. Whereas, as much as like I feel like if the owners of these social platforms would hold people accountable more, instead of leaving it to everyone else to hold them accountable, it would be in a lot nicer place being on the internet.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So I guess like moving forward, what would be like a message or like something you think would be for the greater good in terms of like helping?
Be more kind. Just instead of thinking I should judge this person because they look this way, or I should judge this person because they think this thing. Think, why should I like this person? What things about this person do I like? And think more of a like positive aspect about that person than instantly going towards their flaws or their differences.
Oh, yeah, I think that's a good message. And
Yeah.
I guess like if you could like summarize with like one final message like that you would say to the world, or I guess something that
So, like something I live by.
yeah.
It's to approach everything with kindness instead of with hostility.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I think that's
Yeah.
a good message to have. But yeah, thank you very much for coming to
Thank
speak.
you.